Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, I am Auma and I do videos on the recap of Love Island USA season 8 episode 11, and I'm going to start the video by saying Gabriel and shit. Gabriel and shit today, Gabriel and shit tomorrow, Gabriel and shit next week, next year, or forever and ever. Gabriel and shit. Now, it took you approximately less than 12 hours. No, how many hours do they actually sleep considering they're in the villa? So it took you approximately less than 6 hours to forget who Beatrice is, because that was fast. So again, you ain't shit. Now Kenzie, please miss me with the bullshit talking about the only red flag you have is that you are young. Did I forget Koshit's age? Did I forget his age? Because that's the same reason you had when you were getting to know Corbin, that he was too young. You even called yourself a cougar, or he called you a cougar, tomato, whatever. I don't give a F. The main point is that he was also too young. You gave him a chance. Or did the Blasian D suddenly make him old enough? Or your age mate? I don't know, because I feel like the reason you are not giving Caleb a chance is because you don't want to miss on that D. You've tested that D, and you feel like when you go to Caleb's D, it's vanilla as hell, and you don't want that. They say once you go black, you never go back. I guess Kenzie is actually telling us once you go black, no, once you go Blasian, you never go back. Maybe I should go Blasian. Should I? Maybe. I don't know. I'm thinking, what if it was a Nigerian guy with a gubola? Casey would have been mad by now. She would be running wild. Just me thinking about it. I'm about to start a petition for Love Island to bring in a Nigerian guy with a gubola. Especially, I think I've had Yoruba men. I should start that petition. So yeah, Sincere should have been called. I'm reading from my phone because I had to take notes down. Because, child, I'm stressed. So Sincere should have been called Sin at this point. I'm going to bring up a petition for his parents to legally change his name from Sincere to Sin, because the way he's moving, the way he's moving isn't doing it for me. And then when he saw Corbin and Kenzie go upstairs, I think to Soul Ties, and they were kissing, he was hella pissed. And I'm like, okay, he's doing the same thing. He saw you dog out Melanie, so he and Melanie sat there and took it. So he's doing the same. He's dogging out Melanie because he knows Melanie will sit down and take it. Is it fair? Absolutely not. But you can't be mad when you started the thing. You can't be mad. You showed him that it's possible. He's now doing it. If you had never done it, he wouldn't have done it. So yeah, shut the hell up and sit the fuck down. And mind your business. So Corbin goes ahead and says America ain't shit. But Corbin, you the shittest. Did I say his name right? Shit. You are the shittest. Like, I don't like the guy at all. And during that challenge, that man has me fucked up. Did I test his Blasian D the way Kenzie did? Like, that man has me effed up. Because during that challenge, the football challenge, football challenge, he went in there and his coordination with Melanie made me giddy like a pubescent girl. And I heard that shit. And I was there thinking, maybe it could actually work. And I scream, S missing. But I'm not a lunatic. I didn't lose my mind over it. I can scream and still have my full senses. And like Kenzie, America ain't shit because they paired Kenzie with Caleb and basically destroyed his budding relationship with Kenzie. And when I say budding, I mean budding bedding. Budding bedding, potato, potato, they all sound the same to Corbin. Or shit with Kenzie. It was a bedding relationship and not a budding relationship. Like, I don't know how hard it is to confuse. Once second syllable is E, the other one is U. Is it that hard? Is it that hard? Because the only meaningful thing that I've known about you has been from your conversations with Melanie in this last episode. Other than that, I know for the love of your handcuffs, cougars, what again, spitting. Was there spitting? I don't know. Like, yeah. I don't know anything else. Now, I love that Melanie finally decided to chat with Saul and they talked about like their whole dynamic with Saul, Melanie, and Sincere. I hate that production thought that was shit and we weren't preview on watching to that. I don't know. Where do they take these clips? Do they sell them at the black market? Because that was very pretty and potent information that we needed to hear. We needed to see because again, people have been running with the narrative for 48 hours that Melanie is a bully and she was bullying Saul. You had one opportunity, one chance to let people understand the whole dynamic, but no. That's not how Peacock works. They always have to make sure that a black woman out here looks crazy. Now, Zach and Kaida are Zach catering as usual. Zach is in bed telling Kaida that, you know what, I don't want to have schmecks. I don't want to have schmecks because what if someone comes in here and our heads are turned and no. The truth is, Zach doesn't want to be in the situation where Nick Vance was. Is it Nick Vance? Yeah, Nick Vance was. He doesn't want to be in that situation because he saw how Nick had to stick it out with Sierra because they were constantly having schmecks. And when you start having schmecks and your head turns, America is basically going to hate the F out of you. That is what Zach thinks. And he knows once he starts to get intimate with Kaida, he can never leave. And that's the problem. And the problem is, no, that's not the problem. The problem is that he doesn't want you, Kaida. He doesn't want you, and that's why he's talking about connections. And that's why he said today he's closed off. Less than 24 hours later, no, less than 10 hours later, he said, you know what? Let's pause and go back, rewind selector. I don't want to be closed anymore. After I saw you put your legs behind Caleb's back, I don't want to be closed anymore. So yeah, Zach don't want you, and for the fact that the house, I was about to say housemates, the fact that the Islanders gave them an opportunity to go to the hideaway. Oh, I know Zach was about to say no, he just couldn't. He just couldn't. And the thing that he feared the most is actually happening. And what was that? Because so many people were talking about schmecks this episode. I feel like someone is doing it actively in there and they're making the other people just feel like hornier than ever. And I want to find out who that is. Now, as you see, America ain't shit. America ain't shit today. America ain't shit tomorrow. America ain't shit. I told you guys that Casey was supposed to be paired with Saul, but none of you knows how to listen. You see? You see how Casey is giddy around Saul? You see how, like, he's shy, he's this, he's this. That is what we needed. We needed to make him uncomfortable so as to find out whether what he has with Anaya is actually something. Now, I'm speaking from the point of being a Virgil girl, Virgil woman, whatever. I'm speaking for that point. We don't like someone who we are not sure about. We don't like feeling like someone is not sure about us. That digs the hell out of us. It eats the hell out of us. And for Anaya to be 100% comfortable in that relationship, Casey had to go out and explore. Casey had to go out and explore, and Casey had to come back in knowing 100% that Anaya was for him, because now that he hasn't been able to explore Casey, he is going to find someone else. If production finds someone else that he actually feels like he's going to explore, he's going to explore, and that is going to be the end of Casey and Anaya. Because I know us, Virgin women, like when we actually get into the relationship, we are sticking that thing until to the death of us. That's how we are. We are going to be miserable as hell in that relationship, but we are going to stick it out until the end. And I wouldn't like for my girl to go down that way. I wouldn't like my girl to go that way, because at least Melanie can crash out, Melanie can cry, Melanie can yell. But us Virgin women, we only shed tears once. And Anaya already did that. If she does that shit again, then I'll start questioning, and I would like her parents to show me her birth certificate stats. But yeah, she's never going to cry about that shit again. She's going to make sure, if she is in that relationship, she's going to make that man as miserable as she is. That's just us. Now, I needed that. I needed that Casey and Saul kind of like exploration for my girl to be 100% sure that that man is hers. Now, Gabriel, ooh, when he said someone has never complained about his kissing, I was like, were you not there when Saul was wiping her saliva off your face? Isn't that the reason that you haven't pulled Saul for a chat ever again? Because now that Beatrice is gone and you have Jen, oh, the wonderful Jen, why didn't you pick Saul for a chat? Because she rejected you. And the minute that Jen said that he wasn't his type physically, that ego took a beating. That ego took a beating. And after that, he was busy, like, kissing her down. And I'm like, Gabriel, no matter how many times, how long, even if we give you 24 hours to kiss her 24 hours straight, she still ain't going to find you physically sexy. She's not. She's not. And I feel like now Gabriel is on a mission. I feel like now he's on a mission. He's going to make sure he gets that girl to bed, does the nasty, and then dump him. Because one thing that about him, I feel like he likes feeling like he's the prize. And Jen obviously making him feel like he's not the prize. is killing him slowly. It's killing him slowly. I feel like the minute a bombshell comes in, he's gone. He's gone. And I feel like Jen is the next person to go out. Again, I would like to end this by saying Koshit ain't shit. He ain't shit. He just doesn't want to replicate what Sincere did, and that's why he's coming like forward telling Melanie about his kiss with Kenzie. And we have seen in the next episode they are likely going to kiss again, and he's putting Melanie again in another triangle after Melanie has explicitly told him, I don't want to be in another triangle that is messed up. And I don't know. I'm starting to look like these people are becoming stupid because they're basically giving Melanie the win. They don't know this now, but they're basically giving Melanie the win because when Melanie does find someone who actually is for her and she doesn't mess it up by going back to Sincere, she has this thing on lock. She might just win Love Island Season 8. I don't know. I feel like that because one thing people that watch reality show like is giving the victim a win. And Melanie is now starting to look more like the victim because if Koshit does her the same way who Sin did her, she has ridden this 100K to the end. She's done. So if you've gotten to the end of this video, thank you for watching. Thank you for subscribing. If you haven't subscribed, subscribe, turn on the post notification. Give me a thumbs up if you like this video. Share this video and I'll see you in my next one. Bye.